Yes, indeed. Yo, what's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing, and I'm back at it. But today, we're not talking boxing right now. We're going to chop it up about some basketball shit real quick, real fast. And then come check us out. We're going to be talking this boxing shit. But here we are, man. I got a real diehard Lakers fan. Y'all know him from the boxing community, basketball community. Y'all might know him too. We got Chris Caban on the line. What's happening, big man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Chilly chill, man. All is well. There's gonna be a whole lot of boxing today and basketball, man. But we here talking about basketball, man. Yes, indeed, yo. So we talking about the Lakers, man. The Lakers been the topic of discussion a lot in the last 2 weeks from
Yeah.
winning that in-season cup tournament. Then every game after that, they beat the Spurs once, and then they had a back-to-back with the Spurs. They lost. They won in four since the tournament, man. So I want to know your thoughts about what's transpired with the Lakers in the last couple weeks.
Man, I think we need to make be honest with you, I think we may need to make one more trade and get
Okay.
like because LeBron needs somebody to complement his style.
hmm
I think we need a spot up shooter.
As you see in the chat, I'm sorry, in the title of the video, I got different Lakers stuff. We're gonna talk about any and everything. But the last name I have in the title is Zach Lavine. He's been topic of discussion about
I,
coming over to the Lakers in a trade.
I don't like that though.
Yeah, I don't like his game, to be honest. I'll
I
keep
don't
it
think
tall
that's
with you.
compliment LeBron. I think LeBron plays with a I think LeBron needs a shooter, bro.
Zach Lavine can shoot though.
Yeah,
Might be
but
streaky. He can hit
that's what
12,
I'm
15
saying.
threes in a game.
That's what I'm saying, but he's kind of streaky out because, like, let me see, who would I want? I'd rather have the other cat than him, though.
Who that?
What's the other guy name? I can't forget his name. The other Chicago Bull guy that we was trying to get before we got Westbrook.
DeMar DeRozan.
I'd rather have the Rosen than him, bro.
Absolutely, but he hasn't been in no trade rumors. They've
Yeah,
been talking a lot about Zach Levine, but he's been a little malcontent over there, Zach Levine, and that's why I'm not a fan of his.
yeah,
It's like he wants to be the man. He's not really a guy who gets other guys involved, and it's almost like he don't want to share the spotlight with DeRozan, and DeRozan's a better player, more efficient.
yeah. That's why I always wanted the Rosen with the Lakers, bro. I don't know why they never have him because you got Westbrook instead of him. We should have got him.
So let the people know who brought Westbrook to LA.
We all know who brought the LeBron James won all his friends there.
Yes, indeed, he did. But when I was telling a Lakers fan about the GM, this man is making it look like I'm slandering LeBron or I'm talking crazy or it's like I'm out of pocket or some shit.
Not really, because that's who bought the White Howard there. That's who bought that old that you remember when he had Carmelo Anthony at that time we had the oldest roster in the NBA.
Yeah. Well, he's been doing this since Cleveland.
Yeah, but I
Not
think
Cleveland the second time, since Cleveland the first time. He's a guy who has control on the player moves more than anybody in NBA history.
yes, yes.
Even Jordan didn't have this type of, and we're not comparing or anything because there's no comparison, LeBron and Jordan. But even Jordan never had this much authority on making moves.
Yeah, because
Even Jerry Krause said Michael Jordan has never come to me to ask to trade, bring anybody in for help, and he's never asked me to trade anybody on our roster. You know what I mean?
because Kukoc, Horace Grant, and Scottie Pippen was all drafted there. No,
But
Scottie
not
Pippen got
Pippen though.
traded.
Not Pippen
But
though.
Pippen
Pippen
got
was
traded.
traded.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got old
for Olden
Polony traded.
Polonies.
Yeah,
Damn man,
which
they won on that trade.
damn sure did.
But it was perfect because the Bulls had just got Horace Grant and
Yeah,
Oakley was there, and they seen this younger guy is gonna be can be that starting dude, and they needed a center. That's how
Yeah.
they got Cartwright.
Yeah, they traded Cartwright for one man.
Oh, yeah,
But that worked out for both teams too, though, B Marsh.
no question. It worked out perfect. I mean, Cartwright, right?
Yeah,
Cartwright was a guy drafted by the Knicks, I think 1980. And
yeah,
he was a good player. If I'm not mistaken, he made the All-Star game as a rookie.
yeah. He was good in his young years.
Yeah. But then injuries, boom, injuries. They drafted Patrick Ewing. And also Patrick Ewing had injuries too his first few years. But it was a perfect trade. You don't need them two guys.
Yeah,
I mean, they needed a power forward. They got Oakley.
yeah. That helped both teams out. I think that both teams won in that trade.
Yeah. But any move for LeBron, even a Zach Lavine or even DeRozan, does that make the Lakers a contender?
Yeah, because you not really because you're gonna have to get rid of I think the Rosen. I would rather have the Rosen. I think that definitely makes a contender though.
You think so?
Yes, not Zach Levine because I'm gonna tell people. People say Zach Levine, but watch if they get Zach Levine, we still gonna be losing. Watch what I tell you.
Yeah, I believe so. Cause they talking about giving up Hachimura. Like what the fuck? This guy just came there. And he
And
was one of the bright spots on the Lakers to me all last season and playoffs.
the point guard.
Yeah, he's been bumming lately, dogs.
Yeah,
And he ain't never been trustworthy to me in his whole career ever. To me,
yeah,
the way the way his game is. I'm not. I don't know. Like he's a lefty, but the shot selection and obviously how he doesn't show up sometimes in big games, and nobody gonna really look at him and point a finger really, and they shouldn't really, but because he's not that dude. Now, if it's a guy who's a great player, multiple time All Star, coming short as much as Russell, then you could D'Angelo Russell. Then you could watch it, be scrutinizing more or be more critical. You know what I mean? But I know who he is. He's not that dude. Mike Conley is a way more efficient and better point guard up than D'Angelo Russell.
I agree.
You know, Mike Conley don't is not a flashy guy, but I mean, Mike Conley right now is the point guard on the best team record wise in the NBA right now, the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I like Mike Conley.
You know, so
He was in trade talks for us to get him a year ago.
yeah, yeah, man. So the Lakers, man, they've been losing like shit, man. LeBron ain't play against Timberwolves the last game. I think he's trying to save himself for his legs for Christmas Day. Because I know he gonna play against the Celtics. There's no way he ain't gonna play on Christmas. Yeah, I mean, but why he gotta sit out? Why? Why you don't want to play against beat the best team record wise in the NBA, the Timberwolves? I watched that game and it was a very good game. Lakers was down by 5 the whole game. The whole game they was down by 5. They couldn't get over 5. They lost probably by 5. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I just think we need. I think they miss a lot of people. They missing defensive assignments, and I don't know what happened to Christian Woods.
yeah. What about him? He's been quiet. I ain't heard shit about him.
Yeah, I thought that pickup would be good for us
This is
because
what it comes down to me, that LeBron making players better crap is BS. Everybody who joins guests with LeBron regresses. I don't give a damn what nobody says.
or makes them change their position.
Yeah. Russell Westbrook regressed. Russell Westbrook was here in Washington, D.C. on the Wizards. Them fellas, they took the Wizards to the playoffs. And also, Bradley Beal's best career season ever in his career was not even with John Wall. It was with Westbrook, man. The man averaged damn near 30 or maybe 30. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah,
Westbrook regressed, getting with LeBron. I've seen it happen from Chris Bosh. I've seen it happen from Kevin Love. Even Anthony Davis has regressed. He ain't no 22, 28, and 12 player no more.
Kyrie kind of regrets too, even though they won their first year.
Yeah, yeah, he did. Who else?
The reason
Who
because
else?
LeBron two
Look at the
balls
young guys y'all had that y'all traded.
Ingram, Brandon Ingram, um,
Kuzma,
on what's his name, Lonzo Ball. He turned
Kuzma,
Lonzo
and
Ball.
Randall.
He turned Lonzo Ball to a small forward when he got there.
Oh shit, man, that ain't gonna work because Alonzo Ball is the reason the Bulls suck. Because his knee, when he was playing, the Bulls were a very good team, not a championship team, but number 4 in the playoffs. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, I
it's not
think
a
that,
secret why they not the same no more. It's because Lonzo Ball's a pure point guard.
and he a good defensive player too.
Very good defender. Yeah, his defense at 6'7". I don't want no 6'7" dude with long arms guarding me.
Yeah, because he was averaging like almost 2 steals a game.
Yeah, right.
He
So
had 6
you know,
boards and 6 rebounds. He could rebound to be a guard.
yeah, 6'7". He should.
Yeah, yeah.
So
They
all these
Bulls
guys
lost.
went left LeBron and became like all-star caliber players.
Yeah, and Lonzo Ball also got his highest pay. Did he get 80 million when he went to the Bulls?
Yeah. Hmm.
Brandon Ingram became all. I mean, what's that boy for the four for the Knicks became an All Star.
Randall.
Randall became an All Star. Brandon Ingram became an All Star.
Yeah. Nah, man.
Lonzo
Fellas don't
Ball
get
became one
better
of the
with
top point
LeBron.
guards in the NBA.
How you gonna get better with LeBron when he takes away your best attributes and you have to become a spot up shooter or look, they
Honestly,
wanted Westbrook to stand in the court and bust threes. That's not what he
but
do.
that's why they did with. That's why Kevin Love was kind of a spot up shooter. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, even Kevin Love, that's what they made him into. A guy was averaging 28 and 14. A guy would get 30 rebounds in a game. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. His rebound went down because they didn't want him in the paint like they did at the Minnesota.
yeah, man. So all them these guys, LeBron don't make these guys better, man. It's
Do
not
you
true.
agree
It's
with
not
that?
true.
Did you agree with that trade they did though when he was at Cleveland? They traded Kevin Love for Wiggins.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, well, it got him one championship in like
Yeah,
4 attempts. Uh, you know, but Andrew Wiggins is not a Kevin Love caliber player. That's just the truth about it.
yeah,
You
but
know, he's a
when they won when the Warriors won the championship, he kind of outplayed Tatum though.
yeah. When they won the championship, that he was
Yeah,
hungry. He
yeah,
he he was to me the reason they won that championship. Steph and
yeah,
these guys do their thing, but they had the defender lock up Tatum, man.
yeah.
And
He need a
after that, he's done nothing. Dog, he comes off the bench now. He averages like 11 a game.
You think that had to do something with his wife? That thing about the not being his kids or something?
Probably, I don't know, but that shouldn't affect your game if you're a real
Yeah,
baller.
yeah. You right. You right.
Nah, man, those type of things shouldn't affect you. As a matter of fact, should give you motivation. Um, what you call it? There's a lot of guys. Even Carlos Boozer used to be with LeBron over there on the Cavs, and he was not an all-star player, but when he went to Utah, he was.
Yeah, he
You
was good
know?
with the Bulls too.
Yeah, yeah, he was. Right.
I see everybody they don't be as good if they play with a different team. When they play with him, they get like sorry.
Yeah, man. And they got the scapegoat, which is Bosh, Westbrook, Kevin Love. Right now, I seen this. Then the scapegoat is D'Angelo Russell because I seen Kendrick Perkins on a little clip on Twitter say they need to trade him away for. I'd trade him away for a box of Christmas candles. That's what
But
Kendrick
you heard what
Perkins said.
D'Angelo Russell said though.
What?
You remember he played good when he was with the Brooklyn Nets, bro.
Yeah, yeah, he was an all-star.
He said he can't play like that. He said they trying to make him to a spot up shooter. He said he's a point guard.
He is.
See,
Yep.
they do the same thing with him. He was an all star with the you just made the point right there.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And I
So LeBron,
guarantee you, when they trade him, he gonna play good on that team. Watch.
yeah, we'll see, man. I don't know what they're gonna do, but LeBron James has been part of 118 trades in his whole career. He's had God damn. Hey, I'm watching this boxing too, man. Hey,
I
you see Horgovich catch this guy Demori?
I expected to go like this though. I picked him
Yeah,
early stoppage. I said round five though. It might be sooner though.
true indeed. Hey man, so what you think about the Lakers raising a championship in season cup banner?
Yeah, I think that's. I don't like the end season game. I think that, like I told you earlier, I think end season games should be like teams that didn't make the playoffs.
True.
Not no part because they did because the Lakers did make it to the second round. You shouldn't be celebrating that.
Nah, and LeBron was the only one popping champagne in the locker room.
Bartley was joking that.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. LeBron is a guy, dogs. I'm sorry, man. His 5 years or so on the Lakers, they haven't been impressive, man. They haven't been.
Hey, do you want to talk about the other topic about Steph Curry? Is he should be mentioned among the greatest?
Yeah,
I said that we were talking about that way before they started talking about it though. I remember us talking about that last year.
right. I mean, I don't think he's the GOAT, like Shaq was saying.
I don't think he's a GOAT, but I think in the top. He got won 4 championships. He changed the game. I think I'll put him in the top 10 now though.
Yeah, I'd put him probably. Oh man, I'd probably put him between 10 and 12.
Yeah, because bro, I ain't never seen nobody shoot the ball like him though. I ain't gonna front.
Now he's a great player, man. I'm a fan.
I
He
thought
has.
Larry Bird before when I was young, I thought Larry Bird was the best shooter I ever seen in my life, but he's better than Larry Bird.
Now he's a great shooter, man. He's a great player, man. I'm a big fan of Steph Curry since Davidson. You know what I mean?
But I
Oh,
know as you as a Celtic fan, it's hard to even though Larry Bird only won 3 and he didn't play that long, but it's hard. But look at the teams Larry Bird beat though.
man, Larry Bird is that dude. I ain't never seen no player with a killer instinct like Larry Bird and Michael Jordan. And
Archie
Michael
Campbell.
Jordan got so much respect for Larry Bird because of that killer instinct. You know,
Not
and
only
I
that, Larry Bird in his prime was the best shit talk I ever seen in my life.
he's the best talker in NBA history.
So
NBA history.
he'll tell you he gonna shoot the ball in your face.
Yeah, he gonna tell you I'm gonna wear your ass out. You know,
Bro,
that's why. And LeBron's not greater than Larry Bird.
yeah.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah.
Even Jordan said it, man. Larry Bird is the greatest small forward of all time, and he said it's not even close. That's what Mike said, and
Cause
I don't understand how
people don't
people.
give him no credit because it's like too many people favor this generation. I watch basketball completely. Like I just said, Steph Curry in my top 10.
Yeah,
But I got Larry Bird as one of the best small forwards because be honest, he is. And I don't do go. I do top five by position. That's how I do
yeah.
my grade.
That's how Rick Barry does it too. That's what he said. Rick Barry, top five in position.
Yeah, because it's hard to beat Larry Bird when Larry. You gotta consider everything. What year? When did Larry Bird win his championship? His second, third year.
His second year in the NBA. They came
That
back from 3-1 in the Eastern Conference Finals to beat Dr. J and the Sixers, and they went to the finals in his
and
second season,
when the Magic win his first year, right?
in his rookie season. That's why
Yeah.
these two guys will forever and ever, ever, always will be in my top five of greatest players in NBA history.
And look at all the teams he beat. Look at the names you named. Larry Bird beat Magic,
Yeah,
Dr.
Dr.
J,
J.
Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, Magic and Kareem,
Yep. Kareem
Olajuwon,
said,
Ralph Sampson.
Yup. Kareem said Larry Bird's the greatest player I've ever played against.
Yeah. Larry Bird got like not only that, Larry Bird kind of like he got a basketball mind too. He makes good plays.
Man, he's the greatest passing forward of all time. You can't compare LeBron's passes to Larry Bird. You can't
Nah,
tell me LeBron is a better passer.
Larry
That's what.
Bird he turned the ball over more than Larry Bird did too.
Well, he leads the NBA in NBA history in turnovers. LeBron
Yeah,
James. I mean, he gets 5 a game.
yeah.
But they kept talking about Westbrook turnovers on the Lakers, but LeBron was leading the team in turnovers.
You got that damn Gilbert Arenas trying to say Larry Bird wasn't that grill because he was playing with an All Star team. He said the starting four was on the All Star team.
Yeah, that's bullshit, man. You know, Larry Bird is an alpha. You think those guys were better than Larry Bird? Or they
That's
look,
why I told him. I told him like what happened before Larry Bird got there. Look what happened before
right.
Larry Bird got there.
I mean, when Larry Bird came to the team, they had the record in the NBA at the time for the biggest turnaround in NBA history. They won like 20 something games to 50 something
Yeah,
because of this guy. And McHale was coming off the bench for 4 years in his career
yeah.
as a six man.
People don't remember that, bro.
Now they just don't know. There's a lot of people out here, dogs, who are talking about NBA shit and they've never even watched. Man, I got something to tell you, dogs. First of all, let me finish my thought. They've never seen these games. They've never watched them. Since a kid, since I've had NBA TV, one of my favorite pastimes was the summertime when there ain't no basketball on, but they showing these hardwood classics. Man, I
Yeah,
still love
like
that
you got
shit.
the ESPN Classic Network. It ain't no excuse. You could go back and watch those old games. They air old games
Facts.
all the time.
And I have. Just like boxing. You know,
Yeah,
I learned a whole lot about boxing more watching fights that I could only read about back in the day.
yeah, because we didn't
I'm
have
talking
you
about,
two
and I'm
down.
not talking about reading about in an encyclopedia. I'm talking about in Ring Magazine fights that
KO,
wasn't televised.
KO
Now you got
magazine.
YouTube,
And back in the day, you couldn't even get those Darius Miskashevsky fights. You had to order them on VHS tape on the back of the magazine. You remember that?
yes, indeed. Yep. Yep. You had to order them James.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I
man.
had to order VCR tapes. I had like 10 get shipped to the house.
Yeah. So a lot of people out here they talking about stuff they don't know. And it's but let me tell you this. How about what somebody told me and they prefaced it by saying quote, listen carefully what I'm about to say. Quote,
Okay.
even before Gilbert Arenas said it, I've been saying that players who played in the NBA before the year 2000 can't keep up with players today. End quote.
What? They changed the rules so y'all can score more. You remember that?
Yeah,
Late
absolutely,
night,
man.
because the
And they
games were so
started
low.
bringing in the zone defenses and no hand checking rules.
Yeah, the reason why they changed the rules because the games when all those guys retired from the late '80s and when Barkley and all them guys retired, the games was fucking low scoring. They wasn't scoring 80, 90 points.
Right.
So they changed the rules because people were complaining about the games wasn't good.
Because it was physical.
Yeah,
I liked that shit. I like physical hard basketball because
like,
I play basketball. Not every game is gonna be pretty. Just like boxing. You're gonna have
like
to go
y'all,
on the inside one day. You're gonna have
like
to go have an inside game.
yeah, you're gonna have to because one day your shot ain't gonna fall all the time. So you got sometimes.
Yes, indeed. And there's gonna be guys who ain't giving up nothing. You ain't getting by me. What you gonna do? Now this now becomes now a game of strategy, get space. So all that. Yeah, look, man. It's disrespectful to guys to say that when these new guys are really not that skilled like that. They athletic, but they take a lot of threes. But not
That,
everybody's a marksman in this NBA. Yeah, I mean,
that's
these
why I
same
like.
people who say that, You ask them about, they think that there wasn't no marksmen from the 1980s or the 90s, like there
They,
wasn't no snipers.
they ain't see Mark Price play.
They ain't see Mark Price, man. Off the mouth, off the pick, boom, a little small space, bang, three in your
He was doing
face.
the same shit like Steph Curry, except he got injured.
What about Mad Max?
Mad Max was a good 3-point shooter too, and what's my man name? Abdul Rauf,
Abdul
formerly known as
Rauf
Chris
was,
Jackson.
yeah, and Dale Ellis and Wesley Person and Chuck Person. And
Chuck
these are
Person,
not just little guys. These are 6'7", 6'8" guys too. Yeah, I
Reggie
mean
Miller.
Reggie Miller, 6'7", sniper. You know that 3-point line ain't start in now. You know what I mean? In the last 5 years. Nah, there's been a 3-point line. They just wasn't shooting it as much. Yeah, I
And
mean,
like they like Jokic was the first person that can handle the ball and pass. They didn't know Olajuwon was doing the same shit because he was when they double team, he'll kick it out to Max or Kenny Smith.
or Kenny Smith. Yep, or Robert Horry.
Yeah, because he was averaging a lot of assists for a center too. That ain't new.
Yeah, he was always amongst league leaders in centers in
Yeah,
steals, and blocks.
and he can handle the ball.
Yes, indeed. Give you that crossover from right to left in the at the free throw line. He gets close to the basket. He gives you that up and under pump fake. You jump, boom, sweet pump fake. He got the left hand or right hand, Kevin McHale style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Kevin McHale was above his was he had like a low post. You couldn't check him in the post neither.
Nah, but people they know about his. Some people, those who do know, they know about his great post game. He's unstoppable, but they don't talk about his defense. Kevin
Yeah.
McHale's one of the best uh, uh, defending power forwards of all time.
One
Maybe
of the
top
best
five.
power
Maybe
forwards
top
in
five. If
one of the
Duncan and
best power
KG
forwards.
are 1 and 2, McHale is in the top five.
He's in the top 10. Yeah, yeah, I think he's in the top. Kevin McHale was unstoppable. I remember he scored 52 on Charles Barkley.
Yeah. Yep. You see, you're a Lakers fan and you know this stuff.
Yeah, I
And I'm
watched
a
all the games.
Celtics fan. And I give great Lakers players credit because these guys are legends. But there's a lot of people who they can't compartmentalize that there's great players, even if it's on your rival team. That's what makes your great players great. Like Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant said in his book he been studying Paul Pierce from long time because he said he know one day they're gonna meet in the finals. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's a big respect he gave P Double there.
because I've been watching basketball for a long. Bernard King was a beast too. People don't talk about him.
Yeah, man, that guy was unstoppable, man. His offensive package was Jesus Christ. And see, I knew about Bernard King when I was a kid from the Bullets, but
Yeah,
I used to watch all NBA content that was on TV as a kid. I used to watch, and I remember they would show a classic game with him versus Isaiah Thomas in the playoffs when
yeah.
this guy went off in that series. I think he might have the all time scoring average in one series. He averaged like 40 something. Yeah, I
He was
mean,
he was leading the league in scoring one time too.
yeah. Yo, we got fellas in the chat, man. Mike 104. What up? Mike 104 is in the chat. He says, La Christmas. He said the reason in-season tournament makes sense in soccer, like the FA Cup and such, is because the Premier League doesn't have playoffs. The winner of the league is who has the most regular season points. That's a great point right there. And before I read your other chat, I'm gonna chime in, Mike 104. And to me, not only the FA Cup, but as far as like the Champions League, it's great because what you just want to see Arsenal and Liverpool and Man U just play each other all day. Man, I want to see him play against the other great teams from other countries like Real Madrid and the Juventus and the AC Milan, the Amzino or Ajax in Netherlands. That's what's great about that. You see, this in-season tournament is just still NBA. It's not like the NBA is playing an in-season tournament versus, let's say, the other great teams in the world, let's say in Europe or something. You know what I mean? So it's just a regular in-season thing, and it's really not that great. But it's unfortunate in the LeBron James era that there is a in-season tournament because of the lack of competitiveness. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. The lack of competitiveness has forced Adam Silver, who bows down to the players, to put this in season tournament because fellas really haven't been competitive. You know what I mean? Mike 104 says Tank said something like, "Oh yeah, I heard of Marvin Hagler before." LOL, exactly. And I was talking with somebody else, and Chris Cabad, tell me if you agree with this, right? Me and
Yeah.
you, we ain't never played pro basketball, right? We ain't never played
Nah, I
NBA.
ain't never played pro.
Okay. Me and you ain't never fought no professional fights. We ain't on box rack, right?
Nah.
And there's many of us, even Mike 104, I'm sure. I ain't never seen him in the NBA. I ain't never seen him box on TV. But can you agree that even us as fans who do love the sport, whether it's boxing or basketball, we love this shit.
Yeah.
Fans who've been watching it for decades, would you agree that even if we've never played these sports professionally, that we can know more about the sport than even than the professionals who play the sport currently?
Yeah, I agree. Cause we had big, B Mars, we did we was on panels with big ass channels that didn't watch fights and admitted they ain't watch fights till they start Mike Tyson.
Right, right. And when we talk about some fights, like great classic fights,
They
these fellas
disappear.
don't know, and then they get out the chat.
Yeah.
They
And
they
these were
get off
big
the
channels.
hangout.
These were big channels, big respectable channels.
Right. But that's true though, like we've never played these sports, but like Mike 104 just said right now, Tank said something like, quote, "Oh yeah, I've heard of Marvin Hagler before." Now Tank's a fighter who's a big popular fighter now, but I know some of these guys are not students of the sport. You know what I mean? And don't know. They just not students of the sport. Even journalists, people who are writing articles that you read and stuff. Some of these guys just started watching basketball. Some of these guys are 24 years old and they started
What's that?
watching basketball 5 years ago.
What was that guy that we did? Was you on there? I don't know if you was on there on Boxing Beats and Rhymes channel when this guy. He was like in the top 10 people. We was talking about Joe Lewis, and he said he would have destroyed Joe Lewis. What's
A
that guy
professional
name?
fighter said that.
Yeah, he got knocked out by Joshua and some other people. I forgot that dude. What's that dude name?
Kingpin Johnson,
Nah, the other one. What's the other guy?
the American,
Yeah.
Not Mansoor. Mansoor ain't fight
Nah,
AJ.
I swear I ain't say that. It wasn't Mansoor, it was another guy. What is that damn guy? He was an older guy too.
Damn.
I
He
can't.
fought Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua ended up beating him.
He was Joshua a champ when they fought, or not yet?
I don't know if Joshua was a champ yet, but this dude, he was like, "Why you talking about Joe Lewis? Joe Lewis wasn't good." He said he couldn't watch. Oh, hold on, well, I'll tell you in a minute. You're gonna remember it. Want to look up his box rec?
Yeah, go look at his box rec.
Cause I can tell you if I look at his box rec, I can tell you the guy name.
Yeah, man. Hey, let me finish reading the chat while you find that. Mike 104 says all sports are skewed to offense now. I always thought it was the influence of video games. This generation grew up playing 2K, yakking 3 pointers all game, or playing Madden, throwing Hail Marys all game. Even football, and I'm not even into football like I used to, like in the 80s and the 90s, even the 2000s. There's a lot of rule changes. It's more catered to people who play fantasy football. And I don't even play fantasy football. Like you said, it's all about offense. NBA teams could have used the in-season tournament to display young talent and get experience. Nah, it was the ring chase. Yes, indeed. Mike 104 says there was a guy on Beats Beats interview, and the boxer straight up told Beats me he'd rather play Xbox than train. And then the motherfucker lost his next fight. What the hell? Who the hell would admit that? Like, yo, but that's what I'm talking about, you know? Some of these basketball players, and even the fighters that get paid, they enjoy the lifestyle that the money brings them. These new guys get paid astronomical amounts of millions of dollars. Michael Jordan said it 20 years ago that there's going to be a lack of competitiveness in the future because these guys are getting paid a whole lot of money and they haven't done anything. They're
Yeah.
getting paid on potential rather than what you've accomplished. You know what I mean? And it's quite apparent. I mean, the league average uh, salary in the NBA is like $8 to $10 million. You
Yeah,
know?
you're right about it. Shit that's changed.
Yeah.
Um,
I still love basketball. I still play basketball. I still watch the game. But it's not a coincidence. I mean,
let's see.
even Kelly Oubre said, "Man, you really can't." He said you can't compare the current NBA guys to players like NBA, like Jordan and Kobe and Bird and Magic, because the new NBA is kind of soft. That's what he said. Kelly Oubre, a current player right now, who's a good player, gets you 18 to 20 a game. He's saying that.
Yeah, it's different though. It's a lot different. They don't play defense. They definitely
But
don't play
but why
defense.
would somebody say that players in before the year 2000 can't keep up with players today? But when I ask, what do you mean keep up? That's a vague statement. They have
He,
no
did-
explanation.
I found him. He didn't fight Joshua though, but it was Tony Thompson.
Oh, from DC, Tony Thompson.
You
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
he
he
was
fought.
on Beach? You remember he was on Beach Channel? He was dissing Joe Lewis.
I'm not sure if I remember that. I do remember him on the Hangout though. I don't
Yeah,
remember him saying that. Maybe I can't remember. Oh, he's tripping, man.
they talking about if
He's
he
a
was
guy who
boxing.
started boxing late too, as a big
Yeah,
grown man.
and he was one of the ones. He was one of them guys that would say, "Well, I box and you don't, so I know more than you." I say, "You can't even name the fighters we talking about."
There you go. Great example. Right. So when Gilbert Arenas can fix his mouth to say that Kobe Bryant wasn't a good defender, I could say I know more than these motherfuckers about who. I could
Yeah,
say that.
I don't even know why people listen to that guy anyway. Gilbert Arenas. He wasn't
Well,
shit until he got. He had 3 good years. He wasn't doing shit at Golden State Warriors.
I mean, people who listen. What do you think about people who listen to him? I think it's like special ed basketball. It's for those people who don't know basketball. And
We,
Gilbert Arenas, it's obvious, caters to the kids, to the youngsters.
I think that's
You know what
what
I
it
mean?
is too, because he know better. He know better, bro.
Yeah, I think I would hope so that he would know better. But
Because at his age, he saw what we saw.
yeah, but he thinks Ginobili wasn't a good player, and he thinks he's better than Ginobili.
No, career
Ginobili's one of
wise,
the best shooting guards I've ever seen in my lifetime, dogs. On some
career
real
wise,
shit.
I'm gonna say no because he going by the 81 points he played against the Lakers. That's why he going by. But you had 3 good years with the Wizards. You've been in the league. You ain't do nothing with the Golden State Warriors.
Nah,
Yeah. So you only had 3 good seasons to me. And then you got injured after that. So you're not better than Ginobili. And Ginobili played a long career.
and Ginobili is really Chris. I'm trying to tell you, I've seen Ginobili take over games. Spurs down 12. He
After
comes
that,
off the bench. He comes back. He brings them back. Now the Spurs are up damn near 12 when
you
he
see that
came in. When he
you see
goes to
that
the bench, they give up the lead. Then he comes back and he brings them back. Hey, Kobe Bryant has so much respect for that man Ginobili.
I said, do you remember the face we gave Kevin Garnett?
Yeah, Yeah, Ginobili got too many facials. I remember that one. I
Yeah,
remember the one he gave the Matrix, a crossover right to left,
yeah,
went in the lane, put the ball behind his back, boom, like how John Wall does it, and then
yeah,
flushed with the left hand. I was like, oh my, in the playoffs.
yeah.
Ginobili was different. Ginobili's one of the best shooting guards I've ever seen in my life.
And he could
I,
get up high. People don't remember he was dunking on people earlier.
you know what made me check for him for the rest of his career when he
Well,
was a rookie in the
yeah,
playoffs and he did a reverse dunk all in Kobe Bryant face, all
yeah,
in his grill. I
yeah. He was
couldn't
going
believe what
to
I saw.
he
Who
was
is
going
this
to the
guy?
hole
Number
on
20.
people. He was
Huh?
going to the hole on people.
Yeah.
And I stopped listening to Gilbert Arenas after he said that shit about Tim Duncan.
What do you say?
He said Tim Duncan, the only reason he was successful because he played on the Spur of 50 in the win Spur team. He said they was always winning 50 games before he got there.
Yeah, but they won championships. They had won zero championships before he
And
got there.
exactly. And he said if you put Kevin Garnett and take him off the team, they would have done the same thing. I disagree.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Tim Duncan came into the NBA as a grown man after 4 years in Wake Forest.
Yes, that exactly.
Kevin
He
Garnett
came
came to
out of
the
high
NBA
school
as a teenager.
and he wasn't averaging
Duncan,
like
Duncan came to the NBA and he was if I'm not mistaken, he definitely was an all-star. But if I'm not mistaken, I think he was a starter. I think he was a starter
yeah.
as a rookie in the
Started as a
all-star game.
rookie of the year.
Yeah. His second season, he wins a championship.
Yeah, that's what happened to Grant. Same thing with Grant Hill. He played 4 years.
Right. So these guys came to the NBA as grown men. Kevin Garnett's a great player. I think he's the second greatest power forward of all time,
I
behind
think
Tim Duncan.
yeah, I think he's up there too.
I
Yeah.
got him greater than Karl Malone and Charles Barkley.
You got Kevin Garnett better than Karl Malone.
Absolutely, man.
I
Absolutely.
don't know.
Nah,
I got
nah. Hey, man. Karl Malone is one of the all-time greatest players who shrinks in big moments, and that's a fact. He
yeah.
used to shrink in big moments, and he ain't on the defensive level as of Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett's intensity on defense is second to none,
Yeah,
or
but
maybe second to Tim Duncan.
people give him that because he went to the Boston Celtics, but you gotta realize he played on that Karl Malone didn't have the switch team. He played on the same thing. But if you kept Kevin Durant on Minnesota, he would have been like Karl Malone too.
Yeah, but KG played 12 years over there.
Yeah,
12 years.
yeah,
That's a whole career for Isaiah Thomas and Bird and Magic.
yeah,
You know, 12
yeah,
years. And look, he came to Kevin Garnett can really guard five positions. Remember
yeah.
in Minnesota when he used to be on the point guards, they'd play a 1-2-1-2-2 defense with him guarding point guards when they cross half line. Yeah, I mean, Kevin Garnett
Yeah,
is a way more intense player, and Kevin Garnett also was clutch. He has like 5 buzzer beaters in his
yeah,
career. Karl Malone came up too short to me. I think
yeah.
Barkley's a greater player. Malone
He,
had a greater career.
he beat Bartley in
19.
the playoffs, though. He beat Bartley in the playoffs. He beat Shaq and Kobe in the playoffs.
He did.
He beat Sean Kemp in the playoffs.
Yeah, but Sean Kemp also beat them too.
Yeah, you're right about that.
That's one thing. They used to like 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 the Sonics used to beat the Sonics used to beat they couldn't get past Barkley, but they could beat the Rockets and they could
Yeah,
beat the Jazz. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Now,
yeah,
Karl Malone's a great player. He's a great player, but I'm just talking about now, like what these guys do on the court, man. And hey, man, them fellas, Kevin Garnett, his defense, man, his defense
yeah.
is
Yeah, he was
gives him the
6'11".
edge.
Yeah, he was 6'11". He could block shots too.
Yeah, yeah. Karl Malone's not a great shot blocker. He had good strips. God damn, Jayo Pataya. Why he do that to this guy? You see that?
My thing went out. I gotta
Woo!
refresh my shit.
Jesus Christ, it's over, man. Hey man, these Saudi fans, they getting their money's worth out there, dogs. They getting highlight real KOs. Jayo Pataya, big left hand, left hook, put Slim under the ropes. And they stripped him for his IBF belt, but it don't matter. He's the ring and the lineal champ. He's the man who beat the man.
Yep.
So just like Bud, they stripped him for the IBF. Just like Charlo, they stripped him too for the WBO. But they still the undisputed or the lineal. So do what you gotta do. You still gotta see him.
Yep. I
Hey
think.
man, Mike 104 said Ginobili mixtape is hard. Ginobili mixtape might go have you watching it back 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I don't need
And
to
I
watch.
and I watched him in real time.
Yeah, I
I
watch
watched his whole
real
career.
time. I watch
Huh?
in real time. I know.
Yeah. Ginobili is a champion, not in the NBA alone. I mean, they beat USA. Them fellas got a gold medal. He took USA to school. Yo, Ginobili's a champion in Europe. He's just a winner. He's just a great player. But another thing too, Chris. A lot of people too, dogs. It's like they like race fans. They don't believe a white man or a European or a dude who's not from USA could hoop or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
but they
because
realize look at
that's
that.
that's what I've gotten from people who don't rate Dirk Nowitzki.
That's why I try to tell the people. I said, look at the last three MVPs be people from overseas.
Absolutely, and look at Luka Doncic and Joker, man. These guys are slow white dudes who can't jump over a newspaper.
Yeah.
And these guys are dominating the NBA. You
Yep.
know, if you
Yep.
could hoop, you could hoop no matter where you from, man. Just like boxing, dogs. No matter where you from, yo,
Dallas are
yo,
looking. Dallas looking real good to me too.
who?
Dallas.
Dallas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching enough of them, to be honest. Um, I mostly I watch the Celtics every night. I haven't missed a game all season. I've
Yeah.
been watching OKC. I like what they doing. Uh,
I don't think that. I think the Hogan kid gonna win Rookie of the Year, bro.
he's a rookie of the year to me.
Yeah, to me he's
I mean,
Rookie of
this
the
dude
Year.
had like 6 blocks in one game. Hey,
Yeah, Hogan
dogs,
Rookie of the Year.
a lot of players from Gonzaga, right, come to the NBA. They were great at Gonzaga, but
Yeah.
NBA they just role players, except for John Stockton. He's the greatest.
Yeah.
Chet Holmgren is one of them ones. You know what I mean? He's one of them ones. This guy's gonna be the second greatest player out of Gonzaga ever, man.
Yeah, that's why I try to tell people. I know they're gonna get it to the kid. If he don't get hurt, they're gonna give it to the kid from San Antonio. But
Yeah,
Chad
but Chad
Hogan,
Holmgren and them winning, man, and
yeah,
he's
that's
the
what I'm
second
saying.
best player. 16 a game. Them fast gets 6 blocks. Not averaging, but he gets. But Wembanyama gets six also too. I mean, they both
And they
7-2
averaging
plus.
double figures in rebounds too. But he's 7'5", right?
Yeah, yeah, man. You see, I like these. There's a lot. Look, the NBA is not. It's the weakest era. I've seen a lot of polls. I've seen a lot of polls, and they rate the decades, and always this new era is always the least favorite. You know,
Yeah,
even viewership. It's a lot of people are not. They don't like this new NBA. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Viewership going down every year too.
yeah. LeBron James finals are usually the least watched finals. How is
Yeah,
that? How is that? And Michael Jordan has 5 of the 6 most watched NBA finals of all time. 5 of the 6, because the sixth one, the sixth one was Golden State versus LeBron. You know that game 7 where Cleveland won that joint.
yeah.
But the most watched basketball game ever in all time TV history is Larry Bird and Magic Johnson college game
I
in
know that.
college.
Yeah, they ain't gonna never be broke. That college game ain't gonna never be broke.
Yeah, Indiana State versus Michigan State.
Them two, they the one that changed to live to be live because you know they were tape delayed. They
Right.
bullshit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So yeah, there's some good players. There's a lot of great players, but a lot of great players. I don't know. Look, hey, let's talk about the Phoenix Suns, man. Before we wrap this up, we've been going on for 50 minutes. Feel like 10 minutes, but let's talk about the Suns, man. Give me your thoughts about the Suns.
If they can stay on the court together, bro, because they really ain't playing. I think they can do some. I think they're gonna do something by the end of the season. I think they're gonna go for a run by the end of the season, bro.
Eric Gordon had some strong words
Yeah.
last night. They've lost many in a row. He's like, man, people are playing
Yeah,
selfish.
but
We're not playing
not only
defense.
that, but the guard was out for like a lot of games too.
Bill,
Yeah, but
yeah,
I think you need to get them time to play together though.
okay, but the ultimate is a championship.
Yeah, the ultimate championship. I don't see that this year though. I don't.
I don't see it ever with KD.
Yeah,
He's
because
only getting older.
they really ain't got no
He's
point
getting
guard, man.
figured out, huh?
They got Booker and point guard. I don't like that.
Yeah, and he's getting found out. Um, in the playoffs, the
Yeah,
last few, since Tatum and them exposed him. You know what I mean? Just like last season too. He's his season numbers are looking great, man. You know what I mean? Very
yeah,
efficient, man. This guy's almost every year he's like a 50-40-90 guy. Very efficient. But in the playoffs, a whole different story. When you guys see these guys at least 7 games, these guys are picking his pockets left and right these days. You know what I mean?
yeah. I knew that was gonna be when they made him the point guard. I knew that was gonna be a good thing.
Yeah, man. Eric Gordon, man, he's been saying people playing selfish. And Kevin Durant, it's over for him because he said it himself. He's not a leader. He's not a leader. So if you're not a leader, man, you can never duplicate what leaders do. You have 2 rings on Steph Curry time, and you were the
Yeah,
best player on them teams. Steph Curry took a back
yeah,
seat, let you do your
yeah,
thing,
yeah. But when they won one without him too, they won without him too.
right?
But
And
this
Kevin Garnett, Durant's playoffs, man. It's been terrible. That Brooklyn tenure over there, that was a
yeah.
disaster, man. That
Not
was a
only that,
disaster.
bro, he pissed me off when he left the OKC because when you look at it, they took the Warriors 7 games. Why would you leave the next year?
They took him 7 games and they was up 3-1.
Yeah,
And that seventh game, man, he was cold, man. He was off, man. He was turning the ball over, doing what he does anytime he's not with Steph Curry. Let's keep it a buck, man. That's what
you
he
have
did against the Celtics. We swept them 4-zip. That's what he did last year against the Nuggets. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Jeff Green and them, they got up in his shit. Bruce Brown, and he just was off shooting 30 something percent. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And
Same. They played the Miami Heat. They had Harden on their team and Westbrook.
yeah. So let's keep it a buck, man. Kevin Durant, what he does in the playoffs without Steph Curry is day and night
Yeah,
compared to you know it's not even close. The distance is like heaven and earth. You know,
like
and that's why
like,
Kevin Durant, he said he's not a leader. You will never be a top 5 player. I think he's a top 5 greatest small forward of all time, though. I do.
yeah, yeah. You gotta give him that.
I don't think he's greater than Dr. J
No,
or John Havlicek. You ain't
I
greater than
remember.
those guys.
I remember. Carmelo Anthony used to bust his ass though.
Yeah, I remember those were topics of discussion. Me and my mans, we used to talk about
Yeah, because I remember
2008. Who's a better player? Maybe KD second or third year in the league. Who's better, KD or Melo?
I
Damn, I had
think
to
Melo
think
used to
about
kill
that. That
him.
was a tough one.
When they play against each other, Melo used to kill him, bro.
Mm,
So I'm going with Melo from them going head to head.
yeah. Ooh, that's a tough one, man. I think overall, I gotta give it up to KD still, man.
Yeah,
Overall,
but
career wise, career
Melo,
wise.
when Melo was in his prime, he was out playing KD though.
Yeah, yeah.
them
That's just, yeah,
games,
man.
them games still out there too. People want
Yeah,
to debate about it.
I gotta go back and check them joints, man. But yeah, dogs, the Suns are very disappointing because coming into the season, they were favored to go to the NBA Finals. Them in Boston, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
Man,
Boston. Who you think coming out of the East?
I think the Eastern Conference Finals, without a shadow of a doubt, will be Boston versus Milwaukee.
Boston, Milwaukee.
Like, if you want to put some money on that, if anybody listening to this who betting, go put some money that Eastern Conference Finals. That's what it's gonna be for
I think
sure.
it might be the Boston or Sixers.
Sixers.
Yeah, I like Sixers.
Oh man, how you gonna like the Sixers? Look at who their best player is. That guy's not reliable. That
Okay, I'm talking about. I just got playing different this year.
now he's playing the same he's always played to me.
But I think they got my man playing great this year though. That I ain't sure that kid to do that.
Maxi,
Yeah,
nah, I ain't surprised. He looked good last year to me. To me, he was a
yeah,
second
but we
best
got
player,
Harden.
a
You got
third best.
Harden out there. You got Harden out there. And now my man flourishing.
Yeah, but I
And
doubt I don't. They just don't got the heart, man. It
people
starts
ain't
with your
saying that
center.
Kelly Oubre playing the
Not
best I ever
it's your
seen him
center.
play.
What's that?
Kelly Oubre playing the best I ever seen him play.
Yeah, he's balling. And Melton's a good player, man.
Yeah.
Oh, hey man, but they center is just not cut for this shit, dogs. I'm trying to tell you, Mo. He ain't built like that, man. And I root for all African players. I
Yeah,
do, except him, except him. Because he
you
just
don't
don't
trust
got it to me, man.
you don't trust him.
I mean, the guy be out there shooting threes, dogs.
I don't
When
like
when he
that.
plays when he plays against my team Celtics, and he out there shooting threes, I'll be like, go ahead, do your thing, because you will never beat no elite team with your 7'2", damn near 300-pound center out there shooting threes. It's
I
over.
don't know. Man. He can score in the post. I don't know why he be doing that.
This guy just doesn't have the mindset, man. He ain't got the mindset. He ain't got the mindset of a Tatum.
Nah.
And also, fellas do snatch his heart. Look how many times he's been posterized in the NBA. Look how many times, not even great players like Tatum and Brown, and look how many times Nick Claxton of the Brooklyn Nets has snatched his heart, man. Nick Claxton has 10 dunks on this guy's face in his career. It's
Yeah.
dogs. Nah. He's gonna be what he is. A player getting stats, MVP, those type of things, but he's not cut out for an NBA championship. I
You've
don't
been
see it.
watching out the Hornets this year.
Huh?
You've been watching the Hornets this year.
Yeah, I watched them when they beat the Celtics that night. That shit blew me. when
I
when the
think
dude Miles Bridges hit that three.
I, I don't think people
I
booing.
haven't watched them since LaMelo got injured.
I don't think people booing them that damn what's my man from the Portland they wanted. I told people that guy's gonna be the guy from Alabama is gonna be better than School Henderson.
He is, but he's way better so far.
I said that when people booing like damn they stupid, why they do that? And I was trying to explain to them
Because of TV, Malika
they don't
Andrews and
need
them
two
said
point
he,
guards.
huh?
I was telling people during the draft they don't need 2 point guards. They're not gonna draft him. They already got Lonzo Ball and Rozier.
Yeah,
Rozier balling this year too.
yeah, man. LaMelo Ball's vicious. I love that kid. He's a great player to me.
If he can stay on the court.
That's the only problem. He be injury prone. You
I
gotta do
don't think him
something.
and
You
his
got
brother. I don't think him and his brother drank a lot of milk when they were little.
yeah, them fellas. You know, he got an older broad too.
Yeah, the
His
older
older,
brother, the middle brother sucked though.
yeah. But Lamelo's his girlfriend like 10 years older than him. I don't know why he messing with an older chick like that. She probably be
Who?
wearing him out before games. He ain't got no legs.
Who?
LaMelo Ball,
He go with a porn star, right?
some kind of socialite kind of
Sure.
type of broad. I don't know, but she's like 30 plus. She's older than him by 10 years.
Yeah, he was dating a porn star. I was like, why would you do that?
Yeah, these new athletes, they different.
Yeah, they
They
like
like
whore.
they like hookers and whores, and they impregnate like Cam Newton. He got like 4 or 5 kids with a former stripper and shit. You know what I mean? He took
Man,
out the strip club, and then when these bras are try to divorce you, try to get you for child support, you there looking dumb, like wondering why. The
man,
new
I
athlete is a superior simp and cornball. I think we could admit that.
yeah, man, I got a funny feel. People laughing at me when I say this. Man, I got a funny feeling. Scottie Pippen gonna put a hit out on Jordan.
He might, he might. But Jordan better cut his son off at the will if he married that broad.
Yeah, man, because that's violating to the tip power right there.
I
And
think
she know
Jordan's son likes the attention. He's never
I
gotten
think
this
he doing
type of
that on
attention
purpose.
in his life.
Yeah, I think he doing that on purpose. He probably be like, yo, you been saying stuff about my dad, I'm gonna take your bitch.
Yeah, just don't marry that broad, Slim. Don't do
Yeah,
it.
you could have just did that. You ain't had to marry her. She already got grown kids, man.
Yeah, who played in NBA games and you didn't.
And yeah, you about their age too. You married an older woman, an old woman. Just like
Right.
Jalen Rose, just like dating your aunt.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we got people in the chat. We got Mike 104. Let me read his J right quick. He says the bigger, faster, stronger argument doesn't work with these guys when these guys can't even play a full season. Gilbert Arenas is cloud chasing, trying to talk his way into relevancy. He does have a lane in media though. He does because I don't know. I guess when you say egregious shit, even in this boxing shit, if you
Yeah,
if
but when
if
you
if I
debate
make
them
my
guys, yeah,
channel into a fanboy channel, remember like how they fanboy channels like for a Wilder channel, or make my channel a Tank Davis fanboy channel, or Errol Spence, or a certain fan base, then you could then you'll have these people come flock to you.
B Mars, you remember what I told you years ago? I said
Mm,
y'all dudes older arguing over Anthony Joshua and Wilder, and they gonna end up getting beat and they ain't gonna fight each other.
you said that. I remember that. You said
I
that many
called
a
that shit.
times.
I called that shit. I saw
Yes, indeed.
it.
You sure did. Yep. Yeah, man. Um, Mike 104 says Dirk, Giannis, Ginobili, and Jokic are game bred, though. A lot of international players get judged by Americans who never been nowhere. Facts.
Kobe said
Cap,
that years ago. Kobe said, man, they caught up. The world caught
yeah.
up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh, uh, Mike 104 says Captain Savum just got promoted to Major Savum. Colonel Savum. Yeah, that's these new NBA players. They'll give a broad. I mean, I remember when Paul George, a broad he took that he impregnated from the strip club, who's now his wife. I mean, at the time, the broad was trying to keep the baby. He was trying to give her $1 million to abort that joint. The broad
Guys in the
said,
chat.
"Nah, I'm looking in the long run. You could give me $1 million now. I'll probably blow all that shit on cosmetic, plastic surgery, and BBL. But I'll make you be my. You gonna be my husband. I'll be your wife, and I can enjoy all your millions for the rest of my life." That's how the
Hey,
broad took it.
the ultimate cornball has got to be Jordan Poole for a date.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. The biggest sin. 500K for Ice Spice. Yup. That's why they
That's
traded him. But yeah, I mean, imagine them
ultimate.
back in the day players giving up even half of that, $250,000 to a broad.
They wouldn't happen because them players were cheap back in the day.
They wouldn't do that. These guys, all they had to do was go. They go tell the ball boy, I'm sure they do that now. They tell the ball boy, "Hey, you see Shorty there with the nice pink dress? Hey, go get her number. Tell her so and so." That's
Man,
all they had to do.
you can tell these dudes corny though. Look at what's my man from Zion Williamson? He's a cornball.
Oh yeah,
Look at the
damn, I
dress.
forgot about him. Because that broad that he impregnated his new baby mom, I didn't know who she was, but I seen her on
She
Queen's
used to be
Flip. They
on
showed her
King's Flip.
twerking
She
it
was
up,
and fighting.
busting it. Huh?
And fighting.
Right. Yeah, I started seeing all that after the fact. But the fact that this broad, I've seen her her butt cheeks on Queen's Flip table.
Not
Oh
only
my
that,
gosh.
they got her with a dildo now. She doing a with a big ass dildo.
Like, what do you mean? On OnlyFans?
No, on the Pornhub or one of them other shits.
Who? Zion
Zion
Williams' baby
Wilson,
mom?
baby mama. They sent a link on
Oh,
Twitter. Let's put
oh
this on Twitter.
shit. Wow. I ain't even hear about that. Yeah, well, there you go. Another one. But I put it like this, right? These new NBA players, if you can ball, I don't give a damn. Do what the fuck you do. It's none of my business. Just like Anthony Edwards has been in the news, 100K to tell the broad to abort that joint. I don't give a damn about all that. Can you hoop? Now, if you can't hoop and you ain't doing nothing, then you just anything. You're gonna be out the league soon, broke.
Like if we had millions of dollars, we get chicks. I seen the chicks you date, you seen the chicks I date. We was getting chicks without all
Yeah, just because just because you're an NBA player, but these new dudes,
y'all be paying them hoes. We were knocking them down for free.
yeah, still do. Dogs still do. Broads who've been with NFL players. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, broads who've been flown out. I ain't have to fly them out.
Or what
You
about
know?
Bernard Hopkins trying to get one of your friends?
Yes, indeed, in Atlantic City. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Yeah, we could have. Hey, that's a whole video we could do, man. There's NBA players or NFL players. When they hear that shit, they gonna be in their feelings. But yo, man, I will probably cut this live stream off, man. Probably want to do a boxing joint, man. This boxing shit live right now.
Hell yeah, there's some good fights, man. I think this the best card of the year too.
No doubt, it is to me. Let me read the chat before we sign off. Mike 104 says Jordan Poole got jokes. Sure did. He says, B Marsh, tell Chris I revisited an old Beats hip hop live stream hangout. Shit was hilarious. B Marsh, Chris, Ben Umar, Beats, etc. Y'all had gems too. And also Beats 1980s cocaine era video too. Yeah,
Oh
those
yeah,
are some
that's so
classic
funny as
joints.
hell.
Yeah,
Man, tell you
those are
know it's
some
not
live
bad.
joints. You said what?
Now I say now Donald Curry got a pair of my sneakers. Wonder where I got them because I hit him behind my speaker. You know he was on that shit.
Yeah, man. Donald Curry, he got into the Hall of Fame not too long ago, man.
Yeah, he could fight to be a crackhead.
Yeah, sure enough. Yeah, but yeah, man, probably about to sign off B March Boxing. You're going to hear a lot more from us, boxing, basketball. So we out of here, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
I know what he was talking